We'd like to welcome everyone to another beautiful day of basketball dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the MPBL 2024 regular season and we are back at the Astrodome in Pasay City. It's the first of 3 games ngayong Biyernes, and we do have some interesting ones, including a big one in the second game. But now we have Caloocan taking on Imus for our first game. Caloocan chasing a stronger position in the playoffs. They take on an Imus team that is mired down in the South Division. And mamaya, it's the San Juan Knights and the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, a battle for Northern supremacy. And in the main game, the Pasay Voyagers host the Marikina Shoemasters. The Voyagers still unbeaten here at the Astrodome, and they go up against the Shoemasters at 8 p.m. Let's go to Miguel Pere for the starting lineups between Caloocan and Imus.
First game. Time to meet our starters. First, for Caloocan, Batang Kankalu. Starting at guard, number 4, Irvin Palencia. Also at guard, number 29, Joko Tayongtong. Coming in at center, number 22, Marion Magat. Power forward, number 5, Ronnie Matias. And the other forward, number 7, Jeremy Cabanag. The head coach is Alex Angeles. Assistant coaches RB Mangajas, Toto Dohilio, Peter Santamaria, and Jigs Guadamor. Team manager is Mac Robert Dichandu. Team governor is Jeremy Teen. Team owners are Dennis Flores and Honorable Congressman Oka Malapitan. Now, the starting 5 for the Imus Agimat VA Drones. Starting at guard, number 12, Jameson Hiro. 2 guard, number 16, Kobe Camacho. Center, number 72, Kenneth Estabilio. Forward, number 41, Richard Albo. And the other forward, number 31, Nem De La Cruz. The head coach is Eric C. Assistant coaches Joseph Ochada, Marlon Zambrano, and AJC. Team consultant is Rick Atakutan. Team owner is Ruby Navarro. Reference for this ballgame, my crew chief, Julius Tikyo.
Caloocan starts with Irvin Palencia, Joko Tayongtong, Marion Magat, Jeremy Cabanag, and Ronnie Matias. Imus naman will parade Jameson Hiro, Kobe Camacho, Nem De La Cruz, Richard Albo, and Ken Estabilio. Starting 5 is brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Just waiting for the signal to begin proceedings here at the Astrodome in Pasay City. Okay, so we're getting the go signal that for tip-off here. My name is Sidalf Tupas, working alongside Christian Wanzon and Megan Cabrera at courtside.
On a beautiful Friday.
Yes. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready for the first game?
It's always good to see players like Albo for Imus, Ronnie Matias. Yung mga inabot ko pa kahit papano. Ang mabigat yung nakikita mo yung mga players sa loob na hindi mo na nakasama. You're really going to feel old.
Well, hindi naman. Not so young lang.
Yeah. That's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Joko Tayongtong. Cabanag for 3. Yes. Good start here for Caloocan.
You know what doesn't feel old? Yung tira ni Cabanag na yan. One of the more consistent guys, really, para sa Caloocan. Has even had a couple best players already in a 14-win season so far. Make that number 15 tonight. And yes, I'm calling it.
Ang aga mo naman kinol to. Valencia, bigay kay Magat sa ilalim.
Let me correct myself. Win number 13 heading into 14. And I say that because a lot of playoff implications, especially for Caloocan.
Yeah.
You know, now at number 7, Pasay is at number 6 at 15 and 9. Nasa 13-8 sila. So, Pasay will go up against a non-playoff team as you Cabanag again, back-to-back 3 sa kabilang corner naman. And Pasay, who is still unbeaten at home, we're going to feature them later, obviously, 15 and 9 at number 6. Albo, binawi naman ng 3 points. Pero ang kalaban nila mamaya, non-playoff team, pero Marikina, alam naman natin, always trying to give a fight.
Yeah, always a tough customer.
Right.
Itong,
Muntik pa matalo Pampanga, no? 2-3 months ago, maybe 4 months ago.
yeah.
Diba? Pero iba na obviously ngayon.
Camacho trying to go inside to Nem de la Cruz, and there's a whistle going against Irvin Palencia.
But obviously, I just plugged that in dahil syempre, big time yung second game na.
Oh, big pang ano, kumbaga pang
Main course.
Mabigat siya.
No,
I think it's one of the most highly anticipated matchups of the season.
right.
It's got to be up there.
I think it is. I think it's up there. Especially how that Manila-Pampanga game turned out last Monday. Jason Hero, first 2 points. One of the bright spots, obviously, for Imus.
Jameson Hero, ever since he moved from Valenzuela to Imus, he's done pretty well. Tayong Tong. For Caloocan, I think this is a nice respite from the difficult games that they have been playing in the past few weeks.
Right, and you're just hoping that, you know, even if you're going to put it into numbers for the sake of measuring it, and even if they show up 80% of their capacity, I think they're still going to win this game.
Here's the nice pass galing kay Irvin Palencia to Joko Tayuntong. That's a 3 from Nem de la Cruz, pero mintis.
But bottom line, you still got to show up.
Yeah. Palencia. Binigay kay Cabanag. And
Pangatlo.
oh, Jeramer Cabanag. He's got 8 points. I think that one of them was a long 2. You know, Christian, now I feel bad.
Bakit?
Hindi ko siya pinili sa fantasy team ko. Okay.
So I'm curious. 2 questions as Hero for his 4th point. Cabanag!
Oh no! Cabanag! Jeramer Cabanag is sizzling here in the first period. 4 for 4, 11 points.
So ang tanong ko sa'yo dun sa fantasy, first, did you consider him as Estabilio rather, hits a jumper? Did you even consider him? As in, did it cross your mind even? Be honest.
So
Hindi.
you know what?
The fact that you stuttered, hindi.
Okay. Here's the thing.
Magat for a 3-point play coming up.
Oh, I picked that guy.
Okay.
Good. Sila ni Matias.
Okay.
Okay, but you know when I formed my team, as soon as we sat on this chair that we're in, which is around 3-4 minutes before
tip-off.
So
okay.
hindi ko siya na kasi maraming options sa Caloocan eh. They're such a stacked and balanced team.
Kaya nga kasabihan sa buhay, nasa huli ang pagsisisi.
Hindi naman. Sana hindi.
So sino pinili mo sa Caloocan?
Caloocan.
Cabanag ulit oh.
Oh, yes! Jeramer!
Nagsisisi ka na talaga.
Keep going, man. 13 points.
Sino nilagay mo?
I did pick Jameson Hero.
Tsaka si Magat, sabi mo nga.
Magat, Nem de la Cruz, Richard Albo.
Okay.
Matias, I did pick him.
Ronnie
Matias as Richard Albo, misses the 3.
Ito na si Ronnie. On cue ba? Nako! Turnover, bawas sa fantasy. Ayan.
But, okay lang. Bawi lang. This three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Oh, Jeremy Cabanag. He's 5 for 5, 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. And that stroke looks really nice. You know, kasi he usually takes his three-pointers, jump shot to si Jeremy, but nagsiset shot siya ngayon.
Ayun, yun yung unang turnover niya. Libre na siya, pinasa pa niya. Pwede bang naging turnover yun?
No. I think credited kay Tayong Tong.
No. Yeah, pero sa akin lang, maganda na. Nilayup niya habang mainit pa siya, no?
And 20-12, 8-point lead on a quick start here for Caloocan. Valencia. And that's a turnover. So we have a timeout on the floor here for Imus. They're down by 8 with the first 5 minutes of our ball game. 20-12. We'll be right back. Jeremy Cabanag, 14 points, 11 in the first half against Rizal. Shot 4 for 8 from beyond the arc. So he's going into this one in good form. And, you know, tingnan mo nga. Kitang-kita yung maganda niyang stroke ngayon. 5 for 5 from beyond the arc to start the contest. 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. 5 for 5 shooting for Jeremy Cabanag, the former Bacolod standout.
Obviously surpassing his averages, 22 minutes and change per game, 12 points, 22 minutes, and then 12 points per game, close to 4 boards, 13 points na ngayon, 4 minutes pa lang, Palencia, dire-diretso, uncontested. Baseball pass, wala, diretso sa outside, babalik sa Caloocan, 10-point lead na to.
Obviously, there are games like this during the course of the season.
Like a scrimmage.
And you know, Imus already out of the running for the playoffs. Pero for them,
good save.
Jameson Hero scores. Gusto ko yun, Jameson Hero.
Right?
2 more points for him.
And a great save. Right there by Camacho.
One of the best names in
Ronnie Machas babawi.
One of the best names in sports. Kobe
yes,
Camacho. Estabilio lost it. Binigay kay De La Cruz. Nem wants to play the 2-man game. Kicks it out. Richard Albo for 3. Cabanag secures the rebound. Ahead to Tayong Tong. Valencia. Now with Magat inside. Matias, easy 2.
Tungtuwa ka.
4 points para kay Ronnie Matias.
For your fantasy player today.
Yeah. Alam mo naman, mga little joys natin sa panonood at pagko-cover ng basketball.
Oh, nice pass pa si Ronnie.
Oh, yes. Matias with the assist to Palencia for the bucket.
A little vice versa, no? Of a role in this fast break. Usually the guards are the one passing to the bigs. This time big to a guard. 2+1 for Palencia.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Max, powered by Play Max, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. And Palencia at the line. 26-14.
Obviously, Caloocan coming from a big win, 24-point win against Rizal.
Yeah,
after only being up by 3, and being up by 3 after 3 quarters, then up by 9. And I thought in that 4th quarter, guy on the line who just made free throws, he came out, Irvin Palencia. He made 2 plays in that 4th quarter, along with a Joel Liu 3. that sort of like gave them a little bit of a cushion in that mid-fourth. Joey Liu na nahirang best player ng larong yon.
And that was an important win para sa Caloocan.
Correct.
And it was at the expense of a contender in the north.
Right. Well, I'm not sure if they're a contender. You're talking about Rizal, right?
Yeah.
They were a contender about the first 10,
They were.
10 15 games, but that team has obviously dipped down to the standings. They were, in the top 4 basically for the first 8 weeks. But they are certainly a team you cannot take for granted.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. Now, currently, right now, you see the 3-point play this time by Manong Gabby. Gabby Espinas, good to see him come inside the floor and make an impact right away, my former teammate. But going back to Rizal, now at number 8, 13 and 12. If you remember the first 6 weeks, well, they were like 10 and 2. Something like that.
Yeah, maganda yung record nila. But syempre, there have been a few changes.
Right.
Nawala
yung kaliwete.
They swapped Keith Agovida for Bam Bam Gamalinda.
Right. Bam Bam has been great for them, by the way.
But the biggest loss on that team is actually, we discussed this sa group chat natin mga commentators, Marco Balagtas.
Right.
Because of the injury to Marco Balagtas.
Season ending yun, no?
I don't think so. I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Because they need him.
Kailangan nila
Kasi
yan, si Marco.
the way they play is that,
he's a solid playmaker. He can make shots. And he rebounds for them. He's one of the more underrated rebounders. Despite being undersized.
Si Ray Cervantes, rebounder.
Oo naman. Ayan, mahusay yan, FEU days pa.
Paul Sanga.
Specialty.
All-star Paul Sanga misses a couple of three-pointers. Ruta falls short on that one. Velasco. 30-14. Nico Gimpayan launches the 3. It's good. Good. Dos lang na senyas because foot on the line. That ball taken away by Rosales. Has touch.
Not a good decision that time. 1 versus 3. Just loses the handle and sayang pagkakataon to trim the lead down. Possibly to 12. Babalik bola sa Caloocan. 2-guard lineup right now. Inigo and Haruta.
So na pa rin ang Imus. They go down low. Easy. Para kay Real Cervantes.
Too easy, actually. That connection between the former PCU standout to the former Tamaraw.
Yeah, a lot of very accomplished players here on the side of Caloocan. May mga pangalan. Sanga, Espina, Cervantes.
Sa coach pa lang champion na sa college. Tapos finalist pa last year sa MPBL.
Tama.
Coach Alex.
Gimpayan breaks up the play. Pero mananatili ang bola sa Caloocan. Inside, Rail puts it in for 2. And 5 points na si Rail Cervantes, 35-16. It's a 19-point lead para dito sa Caloocan. Gimpayan launches again.
Ito, 3 points na to.
3 ball para kay Miko Gimpayan. Inigo. Sanga all alone for 3. It's good.
Now that's just inexcusable for Imus. First pass. And then what was supposed to be the last shot for Caloocan. Pero walang bantay.
Wala man ang lumapit.
Kahit nga may kamay, kaya ni Paul Sanga yan. Pero kita mo naman, ito, napakagandang simula ni Cabanag.
Cabanag had 13 in the first 5 minutes of this ball game.
Sobrang ganda. Gusto niya magsisi yung partner ko dahil hindi kinuha sa fantasy.
Yeah mo na. We're happy for him as we take a look at some of the best plays out of that dominant first quarter performance of Caloocan.
38 points.
Yeah, 38-19. First quarter score brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
And this is still Caloocan versus Imus. And as Caloocan guns for their 4th straight win today, Coach Alex Angeles and the Batang Kangkulu want to keep it positive. Sabi nga niya, in the remaining games, ayaw niya ma-pressure ang mga players niya. Pero gusto niyang maramdaman nila yung isa't isa talaga sa court at syempre yung joy ng paglalaro. But more importantly, gusto niyang maging habit nila ang manalo. So for today, it's all about respecting the opponent, doing what is right, and not wasting this opportunity na maging maganda ang buwelo nila papasok ng playoffs. Sa Delphin Coach Christian.
Thank you, Megan. And syempre, if you have bigger goals this season, no, you know, any game, you know, you'd like to get momentum going forward, and then this is, you know, a good springboard para dito sa team ni Coach Alex, as mentioned by Megan.
And if I'm Caloocan, this is just me, because the playoffs is all about matchup. It's different from a regular season wherein maglalaban kayo one time lang. Sa playoffs, you're gonna play at least 3 times. At least 3 times. If it goes to do or die, a game 3, right? Sorry, at least twice, maximum of 3. Yeah. But
Tama na naman ako.
Tama ka.
Okay.
Tama ka. Hindi, pinipilit ko ka maging mali, pero kahit anong angulo, hindi ko nakitang tama ako ron eh. Okay. Now, if I'm Caloocan, I want to push for that number 6 spot because I think they're a better matchup to Nueva Ecija rather than San Juan. Because Nueva Ecija, a little bit small ball right there. So Robbie Celis, skilled forward on the offensive side, he's good. But on the defensive side, okay, not to say that he cannot defend, but you're going to give him problems by defending Gabi Espinas and Rael Cervantes, who are solid, you know, back to the basket post players. And you could argue maybe a better rebounders depending on a given night. Compared to pag na-match up nila San Juan,
Athletes.
that's a different story, you know, because, you know, I think Caloocan is similar to Manila. Wala lang silang 7-footer na Greg Slaughter, but, you know, the composition of the players, a lot of them, you know, seasoned already in terms of their age. And San Juan, I think, as I would always say, not only one of the fastest, but one of the deepest teams in the league.
Yeah.
So gusto nilang iwasan yung 7. If I were them, I'm going to push for that number 6. But obviously, Pasay is ahead of them right now at 15-9. They're going to play later against Marikina.
Yeah, but one thing going for Caloocan is that they have one less defeat than Pasay.
Correct.
So 15-9.
If they win all of their games, they're going to end up at that number 6 spot.
Yeah.
Right?
And interestingly, may mga mabibigat pang ang laban itong
A lot can still happen. Obviously, that second game, if but you know, if San Juan, let's say, wins and then they end up being number 1, talagang gusto mo nang iwasan yung 7, kundi Pampanga makakatapat mo ron.
well, at some point you have to face some Pampanga or San Juan on the way.
Right.
On your way, Caloocan did reach the second round last year in the playoffs.
They did.
After beating Pasig in the first round, they had to face Jameson
Three-point
Hero.
play.
That's my man, Jameson Hero.
For today.
Yes.
Yes.
Take a look at this one, Jameson Hero fading away before knocking down that jumper. And ito lang yung hindi nawawala kay Jameson Hero. The joy of putting the ball on the hoop.
Right.
Could not complete the three-point play though. He was one of those players last year sa Valenzuela, no, homegrown player na when he had the opportunity
To play.
right, talagang in-embrace niya. He didn't mind that he was giving up a lot of experience, a lot of pedigree against some of the best players in the MPBL. Just balled last year. Albo for three. And now JJ Manlang is actually in the ball game as well as Villamor. JJ lays it in.
Nobody running back, or at least only one for Imus. Hero misses. Tatakbo muli ang Caloocan.
Inigo. Villamor. Back to Sanga. Sanga. Jumper. That won't go. Hero with the rebound. Albo tumatakbo sa outside lane. Albo with a hang time move.
Definitely the best play so far for Imus. After a rebound, a stop, a rebound, and then a 2 or maybe a 3-on-1 fast break Albo with a nice finish.
Inside here, Ruta forced that one and he draws the foul. And this move by Imus is our fast break of the game, brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner of the MPBL. Win to the max. Richard Albo getting the 2 points there.
Former champion.
Yeah.
Season 2. Davao.
Katabi ko yan nung naghiwalay na tayo sa bubble.
Okay.
Ewan ko kanino ka sumabay, hindi ko alam eh. Kasi
Kay Emer yata. I think-
masyado, you wanted to get rid of me.
Bakit?
Like I was the...
Bakit ganun? Bakit
as
kailangan-
soon as you said, I got a negative result on my
Oy.
COVID. I want to go. I want to leave now.
Huwag kang ganyan. Lahat nilalagyan mo ng kulay.
And then there
Bad-
I was.
bad yan.
There I was. Sumabay na lang ako sa bus ng Davao.
Okay, good.
And that was the last time actually nakita ko si Richard Albo. Nagka-ano na naman, natagal niyang bumalik dito sa MPBL.
Correct. Well, especially recently, good to see him back here
Yeah,
because
he's been struggling with injury.
galing sa injury.
But, hindi nawawala ang shooting ng ating kaibigan si Richard Albo.
This guy used to be the king of Panalay. He still probably is. Pero doon kumukuha ng kumpiyansa yan.
Oo. Jameson Hero. Naagawan ni Josh Flores. Flores on the move. Counter steal. Nicodemus. Bigay kay Albo. Richard Albo. He gets it back. Albo inside. Richard Albo. He never takes a game for granted. 12 puntos na para kay Richard Albo. Yun yung gusto mo rin kay Richard eh, no? Wala. All out lagi.
Laro lang.
Oo.
Sila ni Hero. Yun talagang bright spots para sa Imus. It used to be Tapeño.
Yeah. Panorin nyo ang ating 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances from the corner this time. Richard Albo, look at that smooth stroke from the veteran.
Well, he's a guy that I still think for next season can be serviceable to a lot of teams.
That's true. JJ Manangit. Na-atake si JJ. Left-handed scoop. Won't go. Belin. Passed it to Velasco. Naagaw ng Imus. Here comes Hero. Jameson Hero, dire-diretso. Yes, sir! And it's
Only
just-
an 11-point game.
Oo.
A better second quarter, obviously, for Imus. 21 points na sila.
Well, this was the error, unforced. For Caloocan, and look at Jameson Hero, put pressure on the defense here. And parang nabitawan niya pa yung bola pag layup niya.
Tama. A little mishandle right there on the pickup. Ito, ng pagkabitbit. Hindi.
Sinadya?
Talagang, pagkabitbit. Little gather lang ng kaliwang kamay. Pero importante, yung basket.
Yun. This fan of the game is brought to you by Jinky Skin.
Mukhang kaibigan mo yan.
Hindi nga. But nonetheless, we gotta get names for Jinky Skin next time, please.
Oh,
So Jameson Hero, 15 points against Pasay. Shot a very good clip, 6 of 12 and 3 rebounds and 3 assists.
ma-reward man lang natin yung paghihirap nila. Hindi lang yung magpunta rito, yung mag-ayos, papunta rito.
Oo.
Di ba?
Oo. Pwede ba natin gawin yun, Mr. Ton? Pwede ba natin gawin yun, yung mga pangalan ng Jinky Skin? Okay, pakirelay na lang, please. Thank you. They're just... Flores knocks down the corner 3.
Showing the touch from the outside. Former NU Bulldog, Josh Flores.
You know what I like this game for Caloocan? Because minsan kasi I feel like they struggle sometimes with running their offense. You know, I'm sure you've noticed that during the course of the season na
Yung
parang
disiplina.
may rough patch sila paminsan-minsan sa pagtakbo ng opensa nila. And that's the, sometimes yun yung mga undoing nila in the big games.
Right.
Na wala silang flow. And this run could give them that. And medyo mag-loosen up yung kanilang takbo ng
Well, to your point, I think in one word, sometimes they're unpredictable. And that's the downside when you're unpredictable, no? When you say unpredictable, is that just like, for example, to put it into context, for example, Pampanga is pretty much a predictable team offensively. You know they're going to go to the post, Baltasar. You know the two-man game between Serrano and Baltasar is going to happen. You know they're going to pound you on the offensive glass. Now, the upside of being predictable is that you know what you're going to get already. Because even though teams are preparing for that, that's your strength. Now, being unpredictable has an upside and a downside to it. And to your point sa Caloocan, sometimes when they're unpredictable, nawawala sila sa gusto nilang puntahan as the play develops. And dahil marami silang player, that you could, have options like post sanga, maybe coming off screens, going to the post. I think the most consistent thing that they've done are two things. Going to Gabby Espinas on the post or playing a top ball screen with Irvin Palencia. And that's why I think Jeremy Cabana, who averages 12 points per game, he's a guy that you could really run plays for. I think he has a solid off-the-ball, catch-and-shoot game. And at the same time, he has a solid perimeter game too, that in between.
Nice, opportunity for them to calibrate that offense, itong Caloocan. And Joel Lee is not playing today, so after that best player of the game performance, here's Albo, spin move, fouled by Manlangit.
Richard Albo is having quite a game. 17 points, 7 of 11 from the outside, and he's the reason sila ni Hero, obviously, 31 of the 46 points ng Imus.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good, but it's not enough though for now.
nasa fantasy mo. Yung dalawa.
Yes.
Tama.
Yes.
Oh, kaya pala.
Richard Albo, 11.3 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2 for 2, 19 in the first half para kay Richard Albo.
And not only that, they're only down by 11. Yun ang maganda rito. So, it's not garbage points per se. It's meaningful ones.
Flores trying to bank that one in. Punsalan grabs the rebound. Manlangit runs into the table.
1:58 still in the
Chance to
second quarter.
mababa sa single digit ang kalamangan dito.
Warning on Caloocan Batang Bangalo assistant coach RB Pamas for unsportsmanlike behavior.
Velasco to inbound. Bigay kay Punsalan. Albo up against JJ Manlangit. Velasco atake, layup won't go, tip in. Kalahat comes away with the loose ball. That's taken away. Layup too strong. Casin able to recover. Binigay kay Manlangit. JJ for 3. It's good. Here's Albo squeezing himself through 2 defenders.
Anytime you're shooting close to 60%, even if it's a you see Richard Albo. I love how he discreetly did that. Swing his arms while he's running. Pero tumitibog. Eto, pag papunta ka na sa 21 points mo, kahit may libreng tao sa ilalim, itira mo na. Dahil ikaw ang dahilan kung bakit dikit ang laban. Ayan o.
Snack. 61-50. We'll be right back.
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
That's happening in a week's time. Abangan nyo ang MPBL. The stars will descend on Zamboanga. Nagkita-kita tayo dyan.
Looking forward to that. Watching it on TV.
While you are going to be busy.
Hopefully. First win after that, hopefully.
Going to be very busy, my colleague here, Christian Luanzon. Simula na ang UAAP. The Wicks launches a 3. That won't go. Nabitawan ni Josh Flores ang bola. Recovered. It's last touch on Albo.
And if I'm Imus right now, Richard Albo in the game, si Hiro nakaupo, I'm giving the ball all the time to Richard Albo. Because at 21 points, it's either he scores or you force the defense to maybe double him. And then he could create an open shot for his teammates. Or maybe load on him at least. Kasi sigurado ako, aware ang Caloocan na marami-rami na ang ginagawa nito na 21 na.
That's a travel on Casin.
Casin has to do a better job of scanning the floor. He had 2 white shirts open on the weak side, Kalahat and Flores, as he ended up with a turnover and a timeout for Imus. They want to draw things up for possibly their last possession of this quarter.
And Caloocan coming off a 77-53 win over Rizal last, I think this was last Tuesday. Look at the stats here. The dominance in the boards really, telling heavily dito sa Caloocan, and the points in the paint, as usual, dominated by Coach Alex Angeles' team.
Tama ka dyan, no? And even though they dominated the boards, usually that would result into either fast break points or second chance, but not so much an advantage there. 10-3 in the fast break, second chance, as you see a turnover forced by Imus, Gawix, first two of the ball game.
Here's Manlangit, labas kay Kasin, launches the three. Yes, sir.
So obviously, itong Imus, 52 points and a half, mataas yan.
Yeah.
Diba? The problem in the second half, in the first half, is yung depensa nila, allowing 67 points already.
That's a huge number. Minsan, yan na yung output ng teams in four quarters.
Right, a highly defensive game.
Yeah. Halftime score brought to you by Game X Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, Game X.
First three winners, unang tatlong mga shoot ay mag-uwi ng gift bag mula sa Daily Fantasy. Kaya simulan na natin, okay?
The stars have aligned, and now we are dead set for our MPBL All-Star Game.
Are you ready for more? Pacquiao finally knocks down the sound All-Star Executives.
The man you have all been waiting for. How many times have we seen that, and it still doesn't get tiring to watch? A love to himself. For the tie! Oh no!
No! That is it! 3-point shootout champion, Orlan Wamar! The crown will belong to the guy from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Our champion is CJ Ganya!
Boy Aktub from downtown. And leaner, yes sir. The run, Serrano on the move. Serrano all the way.
Oh my goodness, there we go. That's our first dunk of the game.
MPBL All-Star Game winner, the North All-Stars!
Mga kabasketball, handa na ba kayo? Makisaya ngayong September 7 sa Zamboanga City para sa 2024 Sikat MPBL All-Star Game. Iba ang sigla at laban sa Zamboanga. Suporta kita kung mga manlalaro MPBL, ang Liga ng Bayan. Basta Zamboanga, sikat.
Halftime dito sa Cuneta Astrodome kung saan ang Caloocan Batang Kangkalu have a 15-point lead against the Imus Sagimat after the first 2 quarters. And we are just about ready to begin the third quarter. We are underway. Ang ganda ng laban na pinakita din ng Imus kahit papano, Christian, in the first half.
Yeah, especially Albo. Pasalamat sila kay Hero. Tsaka kay Albo, who's having a career high. By the way, 21 points for Albo in that first half. We all know Richard can be streaky. He can score. He's shown this especially with his role, usually off the bench for previous teams. Pero dito, obviously, iba yung role niya. Siya at si Hero ang kailangan tumira rito. Hindi naman tayo pinahiya nung first half. 35 of the 52 points. Pero Caloocan, able to score 67 already after 2 quarters. Big thanks to this guy with the basketball who just passed it. Jeremy Cabanag led Caloocan with 13.
Yeah, 13 points all coming in the first 6 minutes ng ating laro. Jeremy Cabanag,
he had 13 points in 4 minutes.
Yeah. And he's preparing for the 3-point shootout, by the way.
Right.
In Zamboanga within a week's time.
Sino pa mga kasali ron?
Marami-rami sila. Orlan Wamar, syempre, nandyan.
Defending champion.
Yeah. The Hero trying to force that one. Rolls the ball to De La Cruz. It's with Albo.
Keep shooting it.
Yes! And Magat fouls Velasco.
Yun lang. So bola ng Imus ulit. So lumalabas parang offensive foul yun.
Yeah.
Kasi nagkaroon na ng change of possession. Well, either or, bola nasa Imus ulit.
Nem De La Cruz. Alanganin na tira yun. De La Cruz will fire. It's good.
Look at that. 6-0 to start the third. 9-point game.
Valencia trying to find Cabanag. And what's good, I know it's a pretty open game, but I'm pretty sure the defense will tighten up a little bit.
It should. I mean, we talked about Imus giving up 67, but you have to mention also Caloocan giving up 52.
That's true.
Mataas yun.
And Cabanag keeps on firing and stays hot from beyond the arc.
4 of 5 for 16.
Hero picks up his dribble. Estabilio. Albo catch and shoot. Still a good line though on the 3.
Right.
De La Cruz gets his own miss.
Got bothered by Magat. Good closeout by Ronnie.
Albo, drop pass to Estabilio, fouled by Cabanag.
One of the few times that you see all 5 shirts for both teams
Gumagana.
closing out.
Gumagana.
Yeah, there's actually rotation on defense.
Richard Albo.
Representing Papa Dirk with that number.
Yeah.
Certainly shooting like it with those big 24 points on 64%, 9 for 14.
His free throws brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And Estabilio at the line. Knocks down the second. 4 points para kay Ken Estabilio. 10-point lead para sa Caloocan. Tayungtong. Palencia closes in. Push shot, no good. Rebound Matias. No look pass to Magat. Banks it in for 2.
Beautiful offensive rebound and assist by Ronnie Matias.
Jameson Hero. No good on the jumper. Magat. And Velasco fighting for the rebound, and it will end up as bola ng Imus. Estabilio. Hero gets it back against Irvin Palencia. Albo with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Albo fires. Yes! Wow!
Dinaasan ni Ronnie yung kamay niya nung una.
Ang layo nun.
Binaba niya ulit eh.
Ang layo nun.
Oh yeah, but I get that. But if you have a guy, you know, who's 5 for 10 now, 5 for 11 from 3, and has 27 points, aasawahin mo na yan. On ball and off ball.
And they put pressure on Albo there, and that's a turnover. Joko Tayungtong.
6 points para kay Joko.
76-63.
Tayungtong, not Diaz.
Estabilio rises and puts it in. 76-65 now. 6.5 minutes to play in the third. Scoring continues here for both teams, and Caloocan extends the lead to 13. Joko Tayungtong with 6 points here in the third. And Imus sues for time. Look at this. Just an easy drive here.
Ganda rin yung seal ni Magat kay Albo. Clearing the path for him in the middle.
Richard Albo, 12 points against Pasay. Those 12 points coming in the second half. And 10 rebounds as well. And what a game so far para kay Richard Albo. 10, you know, I think we need to correct this because he's 5 of 11 from beyond the arc and is not 10 of 13 supposed to be. Pero tama yung 27 points and 4 rebounds para sa veteranong si Richard Albo. What a performance so far, and nasa third quarter pa lang tayo. So for more on Richard, let's go to Megan.
Sudelf, Richard Albo, former player of Caloocan head coach Alex Angeles nga, you were talking about his injury. So his ACL reconstruction actually set him back 1 year, pero hindi nga naging straightforward yung recovery at rehab niya dahil na-infect pa nga raw yung tuhod niya and they had to go back and drain it. So bago pa siya yun makapagsimula ng rehab, and it was really his faith and family that kept him together through this grueling recovery. But for Richard, sabi nga niya, nag-champion na siya dati at wala na siyang pinapatunayan pa at alam niyang mas matandang player na siya. So ang goal na lang niya ngayon ay kayanin pang makipagsabayan sa mga mas batang players. Sudelf and Coach Christian.
Maraming salamat, Megan. And, you know, the injury ni Richard Albo and Panoorin muna natin itong basket ni Joko Tayungtong. He'll try to complete a three-point play, but you know, what a story right there. Para kay Richard Albo coming back from an injury. And it's not easy. You know, isang taon ka ba naman na sideline eh.
Right.
And hanap buhay mo, basketball.
Right. And these are just, you know, that's why the stories that you remember the most or remember more are like this, no? Yung redemption part of it. Wherein a little setback, you know, with an injury. You could say, obviously, it's a part of any sport, any contact sport. And I think yung mabigat na nangyari doon on that excellent report is the delay, no? Yung pag-drain ng tubig usually sa tuhod, no? Because I can only imagine the emotional and mental part of it. Wherein palapit ka na sa finish line, so to speak, of that injury and getting ready to play again, and then there's another delay. I'm sure that took maybe a few months again. Yeah, but, you know, just like any other athlete na nakaka-experience ng ganito, I think what's crucial is yung support system. You know, and which was reported also na yung family niya, napakalaking bagay yung road to recovery niya. Kaya nakakatuwa, career night pa siya ngayon. Yung what a game really is an understatement for a guy having 27 points already, 21 in 2 quarters.
Yeah. Nem de la Cruz.
Tatlong game mo na yan yung 27. Tatlong game mo na yan.
No.
No, Hanif.
No.
Hanif sa no.
No. Don't at me. Don't at me.
Ay, Albo na naman.
No, Richard Albo, 29.
29.
Closing in on 30.
Halfway pa lamang tayo dito sa third quarter.
So I made him vice captain of my fantasy team. So 1 point times 1.5.
Yon.
Albo. Joko Tayungtong continues to pour it on here in the third. Nem de la Cruz. Mintis, Estabillo with a rebound. Bigay kay Albo from the corner.
Pag umasok pa yun.
Uwi na ako.
Uwian na. Umupo lang siya. Upo lang daw. Huwag naman umuwi.
Let's watch this play of the game brought to you by Suzuki here. M. De La Cruz. Nice pass inside para kay Richard Albo. Ervin Palencia. Attacks. Labas kay Ronnie Matias. Matias for 3. It's good.
Tira niya yan. No? Ikinatuwa naman ni Ronnie. Hindi ko alam kung sino yung mas natuwa. Si Ronnie o yung mga pumili sa kanya sa fantasy.
Siyempre, 7 points na. Ronnie Matias. De La Cruz finds Estabillo inside.
Good challenge by Magat to contest that shot by Estabillo.
Here's Joko Tayungtong. Tayungtong. Hang time. No. Albo with the rebound. Camacho is ahead. Kobe to De La Cruz for 2.
He will not get the direct assist, but that pass ahead was so crucial. A 3-on-2 became a 2-on-1 and a layup. Only a 17-point game.
Here's Cabanag. Lumapit. Double pass to Tayungtong. Short, misses the jumper.
And I say only because at least in this game so far, palaban itong Imus.
The fast break of the game brought to you by SportsMax, powered by PlayMax, the official online entertainment partner. The MPBL, win to the max. Richard Albo getting a breather.
Pinahinga?
Oo.
Tao rin pala.
Kailangan din.
Kailangan din.
Payan. To Nem De La Cruz. Launches a 3. Iba ni Tayungtong. Ahead to Matias. Ronnie Matias. 2 points.
Too easy. Right there from the rebound to the pass to the layup. Even with 2 black shirts running with Ronnie.
Velasco. Mintis ang kanyang layup. Picked up by Hiruta. There's a loose ball foul on De La Cruz.
Good foul. Intentional or not. Stops a fast break. Wala pa sa penalty itong Imus.
Gabby Espinas and Real Cervantes are in the ball game for Magat and Matias. Tayong Tong also replaced by Romel Calahat. Medyo malaki yung lineup na to. Sanga at the 2, Calahat at the 3. And that's why sabi mo no, na magandang matchup for Caloocan ng Nueva Ecija.
I think so.
If they do end up in the playoffs.
I think Nueva Ecija, not only by standing, is still the better team from a talent and a, team chemistry standpoint. But hindi nalalayo sa talent and experience itong Caloocan.
1 for 2 para kay Calahat.
Ariel Rivera moment para kay Estabilio tsaka kay Espinas.
Okay. May kasama tayong diba? We're working with Megan for the first time. So you gotta be a bit more, provide a more context.
Isa sa pinakamagandang kanta ni Ariel Rivera Cervantes with a steal and a layup is Getting to Know Each Other. Okay. Megan, ha? Okay.
Well, siguro naabutan na ni Megan yan na ano niya na yan. That's a miss. Rebound ni Gabby Espinas. Binigay kay Paul Sanga inside. Let's go to Gabby Espinas and Gabby is fouled.
Unti-unti nang lumolobo yung kalamangan ng Caloocan dito. 22 na of what was as low as 9 points.
Yeah, early in the quarter.
Early in this quarter.
Gabby Espinas at the line. Pasok ang una. Gabby Espinas along with Ronnie Matias. Ito yung may mga second generation na to.
Correct.
Unti-unti na nag-emerge.
Oo.
It's nice to see that. Ronnie Matias has a son also na si Timothy who was the MVP in the Palarong Pambansa recently representing National Capital Region. Bright future ahead. The Robbie Celis has a...
Meron din. Oo. Nasa NU, hindi ako nagkakamali.
Heruta could not finish. Calahat, yes.
Basic na basic, no? Ronnie Calahat, trailing in transition, getting the ball up in the air, hindi na binaba ang bola, using the glass as he cleaned that up.
Caloocan on the verge of reaching 100 points and we are just in the third.
Yeah, it's 67 after 2 quarters.
The Wix is blocked with 2 seconds in their shot clock.
2 seconds on the shot clock, 2 seconds to shoot.
Camacho, almost. Defensive rebound para sa Imus. Nicodemos for 3. He'll get the bounce.
One of the few times where in kahit basket, napailing si Nicodemos.
And look at this lineup right here. Ang liit. They're all guards.
Para sa Imus.
Oh.
Against, ironically, the biggest lineup in this game by Caloocan.
Gawix. Too strong. Rebound. Cervantes ahead to Sanga. Inside, Gabby Espinas.
Trying to be the punisher for, ito na, Imus. Unfortunately, bumabalik sa kanilang lumang anyo. Dahil ang ganda na nito kanina, only a 9-point game. And you wonder kung kailan ibabalik. At least si Hero, isa sa kanila, no?
Yeah.
At si Richard Albo. Pareha sila, nakaupo.
Nicodemos again. Three won't go. And dyan nagtatapos ang ating third quarter with another dominant showing by Caloocan. We are enjoying a really good performance. Galing kay Richard Albo, he's been the story of this ball game and this inspiring return. But in terms of the results so far, Caloocan is all business. Highlights of the game brought to you by Simplus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. Batang Caloo on their way to another win here. 3 quarters down, 99-74 ang ating score. This third quarter score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. This fan of the game is brought to you by Jinky Skin. Kaway muna. And we're just about ready to begin the final quarter of this matchup between Caloocan and Imus. Richard Albo, Jameson Hero, Ken Estabilio, Kobe Camacho, and Miko Himpayan ang 5 para sa Imus Agimat. Caloocan has Aaron Hiruta, Romel Calahat, Gabby Espinas, Paul Sanga, and Real Cervantes ang 5 nila. Hero on the move. Hero, the runner, no good. Here comes Hiruta. Aaron to Calahat. Hiruta sa ilalim, labas kay Espinas. Cervantes underneath. There's a foul and Himpayan.
Ang ganda naman ng pasensya na pinakita ng Caloocan. And especially itong si Gabby Espinas as he got the ball on the post. He got Real Cervantes not even on the first cut, no, but towards the end of that cut nung malalim na siya.
Yes, free throws brought to you by Extreme Appliances and Subok at kompleto ang appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Real Cervantes.
So, meron na naman tayong turon. As always, I would ask.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta thank Val though.
Kuya Val, salamat. May nahulog sa court. Hindi lang makita sa TV, yung pinulot ng ating official. A 100-point mark na ang ating Caloocan Batang Caloo, ang Imus naman. Huwag mo kong ilihis. 26 points na to. Mas masarap ba to sa Manila, itong turon na to? Oo o hindi?
Ngayon pa lang ako magta-try. Ngayon pa lang. So, my partner here, Christian Wanzon, is on a mission to to determine, to judge the best turon in all the MPBL venues.
Right. And so far, champion at walang katulad yung nandun sa Manila. Sa may
San Andres.
San Andres.
Nasubukan mo na rin sa Batangas. Medyo pangalawa siya.
Pwede na, pero hindi close.
Hero forced that one. Rebound ni Calahat. Takbo si Hiruta. Paul Sanga is waiting. The All-Star launches the 3. It's good.
Ganda ng bitaw, no? Handoff, catch and shoot. Jump shot para kay Paul Sanga.
Yeah, it looks like, yung sa likod natin, padami yung tao, Christian, no? I think this is for the Pampanga game.
Yes.
Later.
Matatawagan naman si Paul. Fouling itong si Kobe. They're gonna challenge this call.
Yeah.
Mga Caloocan. Because they felt that was an offensive foul, a kick by Camacho on Paul Sanga.
And we will be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful. Call on the floor stays. Foul on number 11.
Unsuccessful challenge para sa Caloocan Batang Kankalu. So that would mean 3 free throws para kayo. Camacho, look at the play right here. Camacho launches the 3.
Unsuccessful challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yung challenge. Pero, dito sa Pasay, successful yung Toron.
Oh!
Pwede. Pero, I will say, still,
Edge.
Manila,
Manila
yeah. But-
San Andres edges it, ha?
yes, still. Champion pa rin sa Manila. Pero, this is close to it.
Yeah.
Close to it. May laban to. Kuya Val, salamat. Grabe. May fan si Kuya Rudy.
Oo nga. Sana naririnig nyo, mga kaibigan, yung mga VIPs ng Caloocan chanting Tito Rudy Distrito's name as Kalahat rises and draws the foul.
Lakas ng pangangatawan, no? Itong si Kalahat. Dalawang manlalaro. Bumangga sa kanya doon, no? Yung pagtanggap niya, yung una sa half court and then sa ere. Pinagpag lang.
Well, ito yung mga players, no? You know, the Romel Kalahat type of players, and you know, reminds me of someone like a Joner Clarito,
Right?
na
Yes.
who's enjoying a really good, you know,
Career.
good career now.
Oh. If you ask me, what was that? 5 seasons ago, maybe 4, okay? Nung nandito siya for 2 or 3 seasons, that, especially in his first year, that
Yeah.
he would play the way he's playing now, I'll be honest, I would have doubted. I would have doubted. But what I will say is that on the other side of it, this is no surprise also because we all know how good of a how much of a workhorse he is. Ang sipag kasi, dinaan niya sa sipag.
Yeah.
More than yung magaling na siya ngayon dahil masipag siya.
No, we're talking about Joner
Clarito.
Oh, which we, you know, similarities of you know, Romel Kalahat, no, masipag, no,
Right.
likes to, you know, do the dirty work.
There's 3 types of players, you know, sa basketball specifically. Merong magaling talaga. Merong magaling talaga at may mga nagtatagal sa galing nila kahit na hindi ganun kasipag. Meron naman yung mga masisipag pero hindi ganun kagaling. Pero yung mga player na magagaling at masisipag, those are the great ones.
Yeah,
Tulad ni Alvin Patrimonio.
that's true.
Magaling na masipag pa. Kaya Captain Lionheart ang tawag sa kanya.
So Jameson Hero scores and adds to his tally. That's Paul Sanga. Misses the 3. Kalahat fighting for it. Gabby Espinas with a reverse. And Gabby Espinas, 11 points, putting together a strong showing here. De La Cruz, nilawa ng ring ang kanyang 3-pointer. Ruta. Inside, natapik. Recovered by Espinas. The kick out to Flores. Nope.
Look at Paul Sanga.
Sanga draws the foul.
Doing a little LeBronish shrug after that rebound.
It's been a while since I saw Paul Sanga go up for an offensive rebound.
Right. He's usually a good defensive rebounder, but not really known as an offensive rebounder. Paul Sanga just averaging 3 rebounds per game. Like I said, sigurado ako yung tatlong yun, defensive rebounds pa.
One of the coach's picks in the All-Star game, Paul Sanga. And JJ Manlangit in the ball game. 112-78. No. Parang bigla na lang lumobo talaga nung third quarter itong lamang as Kalahat comes up with a steal. Nice pass inside to Flores. Albo, atake. Richard Albo draws the foul on Flores.
Quick attack by Imus even after a made basket. Finally, they find the right man to have the basketball because it's been quite a while since we mentioned his name after those quick 29 points in about 20 to 21 minutes only.
No. Para si Albo ngayon. Up to 30 points. And MPBL career high for him. 114-79. Kalahat. Too strong. Rebound. Estabilio. Bigay kay Velasco.
Hanapin nyo na si Albo sa kabila.
Velasco. Attacks. That won't go. Flores with a rebound. Ahead to Kalahat. And it's Villamor who will finish.
So ang tanong ko doon, kanino ibibigay yung assist? Kay Kalahat o yung kalaban na si De La Cruz? Dahil si De La Cruz ang nakatabik. Pero nonetheless, Villamor scores sa fast break. Inbound play.
Camacho launches the three. That's off the side of the board.
Patay ang butiki.
Velasco. Yes.
Velasco with the stick back. Binuhay yung butiki.
Nabuhay pa.
Oo, siyempre. Nakashoot eh.
Velasco with a rebound. Kobe. Camacho. Kick out to De La Cruz. Nem. Step back jumper. He'll get the bounce.
Kapilok. Estabilio. Papasok. Arguably the smallest guy on both squads. Papalitan. Arguably yung pinakamalaki sa larong ito. Si Estabilio. So another small lineup para sa Imus, pero wala rin naman kasi masyadong malaki itong Imus. No? In fact, yung pinakamalaking player nila na hindi kalakihan sa height pero pinakamalaking maglaro, nami-miss na nila sigurado itong si Tapeño.
Yun.
Got tangled up, no? Yung legs ni Villamor at ni Estabilio.
May go to Manlangit up against De La Cruz.
Libreng-libre.
And Villamor knocks down the jumper. That's a three. Former champion Denise Villamor.
Batangas.
And De La Cruz gets that floater to drop. Villamor. The corner, Inigo. Balik kay Manlangit. JJ spins, recovers, and blows the layup. Hiro. Albo. Three.
Short.
Rebound ni Casid. Inigo to Casid, who lost his footing there. Hiro. And Jameson Hiro, the basket plus the foul.
4-point swing sequence. What was supposed to be an easy two for Kasim. Lost his footing, as you mentioned. Ito, 3-point play pa. Ang ganda naman ng ginawa ni Hiro doon. Reminds me of Jason Kidd.
Yeah, play of the game brought to you by Suzuki.
Inabsorb muna yung contact. Siya yung initiate, eh, no?
Ginagawa ko din yan pero hindi ko matapos.
Nag-end up ka ba sa flooring?
119 to 88, under 4 minutes to play. Casin. Nakawala. Casin, the sidestep, the kick out. Corner 3, Flores, no. Albo with the rebound. Richard Albo, nagmamadali, bigay kay Hiro. Sumabit si Achi Inigo.
That's his first foul.
Richard Albo, medyo napapagod na rin.
Wala siyang karapatan mapagod the way he's playing. Dahil sa kanya at kay Hiro, talagang kahit papano, palaban ang kanilang team. Pag nagpasab sila, nagiging iba ang istorya. And obviously, I say that as a compliment to them.
Two for two para kay Jameson Hiro. 23 big points.
Huwag natin kalimutan na pag-usapan natin kanina to. Nung pinagpahinga silang dalawa, doon talaga lumayo.
Yeah, like tail end of that third quarter. Last 3 minutes ng third.
From 9 points, biglang naging 22, 24 hanggat lumobo na.
Kalahat. William Moore. Inigo. Yes. Arrows are out. Hiro to Albo. That's a 3. And that won't go. Rebound to Villamor. 3-minute mark ng ating fourth quarter. Kalahat to Villamor. Flores. Against Camacho. Inigo, the kick out. JJ Manlangit for 3. It's good.
Beautiful ball sharing by the white shirts. Starting inside and then to out. Finished by Manlangit.
Camacho off to the right on that 3. Manlangit.
Palpal.
Oh. Inigo gets the 2 points. 5 points para kay Achi Inigo. 127 to 90. All over but the final score here in Pasay City. Caloocan. 2 minutes and 24 seconds away from victory. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenis, do more and achieve more with a muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenis, oras na para magmotor. Ang bola ng Imus Agimat down big with 2 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Crowd starting to fill up the seats here at the Cuneta Astrodome in anticipation of our second game. It's the battle between the Giants of the North, Pampanga and San Juan. Wex knocks down the 3. Last 2 minutes is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Flores. Down low to Kalahat. Basket plus the foul.
Minama sa loob ni Kalahat. You know what I like about Caloocan, especially yung last part, no? Even though this was a 30-point game already about 4 or 5 minutes ago, they're continuing to execute, and Usually we see teams up by 30, a little loose, a little sloppy. You could see it even in their faces.
There's
expression.
my focus there.
Ang ganda ng focus nila.
Impayan saves it. Stepped on the line though.
I mean, a perfect example was yung foul ni Inigo sa fast break. He could have just stood and watched, give up the layup. No?
And then run.
He went to the block. He went for the block. Was called for a foul. But I'm sure kung tinignan niya lang yun, baka wala naman siya marinig sa coach niya. But yung habit of winning.
Yeah, I'd like to call this a very professional performance from Caloocan.
Correct. Except for that first half, I would say. Especially on si Kalahat.
Exclamation point.
Right. Their baby dunk. Ito.
Mukhang
si Real Cervantes naka-5.
Mukhang
50.
may bonus. Ang dunk na yun. Tumisenya sila.
Oo.
Well, before we finish the coverage, we'd like to give a quick birthday shout out kay Boss Voltaire Ora.
Hey, boss!
Happy birthday,
Nakabalik
boss.
na ba? Nandito na. Jet setter din si boss eh.
Oo. Kung saan eh.
Oo. Saka hindi malalapit yung mga pinupuntahan. Kabilang dulo rin.
Yeah, Punsalan misses the first. 1 for 2.
I would say one of the unique full names sa mga bossing natin, no? First name and last name.
Yeah.
Parang hirap makahanap ng katulad, no? Voltaire Ora.
Singer lang, si Rita Ora.
Sino yun?
Oh, ha? Hindi rin natin generation yun. So now, actually, Caloocan has set the highest output of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Pampanga, not San
They
Juan.
surpassed it. 132 in Pampanga.
Wow. Wow.
36 or 32.
Wow.
132. We covered that game.
Wow. And yeah. And that's because 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 6 players already in double figures, and all 15 players have scored at least 5 points.
Malamang aabot talaga sa ganun.
Oo, eto baka maka 3 points pa sila.
Kalahat inside, labas kay Inigo. That's a 3
Pasok.
again.
Ayun.
138. Oh, si Daddy nandito. May laro din si Axel yata.
Axel.
Mamaya. Isang lang.
Dunk.
Flores.
Basa na lang.
Villamor, they can reach 140 here. But they will dribble out the clock.
Pumasok pa rin, pero not counted na yun.
Okay. What a performance here from Caloocan. Just
a performance, hindi dahil nanalo sila ng malaki.
But the way they
did it, especially in the second half.
There's may focus, may disciplina in that second half,
right.
And that's what you can take away from this victory. 138 to 94. A huge victory para dito sa Caloocan. Batang Kankalu. Our best player of the game brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro. Jeremy Cabanag, really, kung pag-usapan natin ang focus, si Jeremy Cabanag came into the game with that type of focus
right.
na nadala ng kanyang mga kakampi.
Set the tone really for them. Had 13 points in 4 minutes. Finished with 16. And sumunod na yung kanyang mga kakampi.
Yeah, ready for the 3-point shootout next week in Zamboanga. Final score is brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Let's go to Mega.
Maraming salamat sa Delph. Once again, our Daily Fantasy Best Player of the Game, Jeremy Cabanag. Jeremy, 16 points, 13 doon, first quarter pa lang. Ano ba yung naging special sa first quarter na yun that really allowed you to be the anchor of your team?
Siguro ginawa ko lang din yung part ko na parang strong start kami. para at least yung momentum madala namin hanggang sa pagtapos ng game. Yan lang.
Ano yung masasabi mo sa naging performance ng team nyo? Start to finish, talagang focus kayo. Wala kayong binitawan hanggang dulo. Lahat ng players scored at least 5 points. And this is the highest output for the regular season so far. Ano masasabi mo doon?
Siyempre, gusto lang din namin maging mag-go hard para pagdating namin ng playoffs, talagang ready na kami. So, yun lang yung ginagawa namin every game. Parang, walang magre-relax. Yun lang.
Jeremy, kung meron kang mga gustong batiyan at pasalamatan, ito na yung pagkakataon mo.
First, thank you, Lord, for this win. And kay Congressman Oka Malapitan, Mayor Along Malapitan, Consi Enting Malapitan, Boss Felix, Boss Dennis, Venom Sportswear, Yan Coolers, Pukari Sweat, Stay Cool, High Top LPG, tsaka maraming salamat kay Boss Dennis Abella sa walang sawang suporta, tsaka sa people of Caloocan, thank you. Pastor Ferdinand Tobaco and Pastor Tito Sason sa spiritual guidance, and kay Big Shoes, shoutout sa'yo. And happy birthday kay Tita Rosal Mangahas, mother ni Coach RB, and Rosemary Valdi Ramirez, yung mother ng wife ni Coach RB. And of course, thank you sa wife ko na laging nakasuporta sa akin, and sa mama ko, sa mga kapatid ko, brother and sisters, sa buong family ko sa Negros, sa Bacolod. Shoutout sa mga kababata ko sa kanan. Thank you. Shoutout sa lahat na nagpapa-shoutout. Brother, thank you.
Once again, that was Jermer Cabanag. Our best player of the game was brought to you by Daily Fantasy. Dahil dito sa Daily Fantasy, hawak mo ang laro sa Dolphin Coach Christian.
Maraming salamat, Megan, and congratulations to Jermer Cabanag. Big first quarter, setting the tone to a convincing win for the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu. But up next, it's a big one. The San Juan Knights take on the Pampanga Giant Lanterns in a battle for Northern Supremacy. We will be right back for that ball game. Stick with us here in the MPBL. Ito ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino.